Hello, my name is Jay and this video is for women only. The reason why it is for women only is because I will be having a heart-to-heart talk on the female menstrual cycle and why women should connect with each other in sacred groups. So I ask to my female video visitors, why should you consider reinitiating your feminine powers through your menstrual cycle? Why is the menstrual period sacred? How can a woman harness her powerful spiritual energy through her organic bleeding? When should women meet and connect in women-only groups to initiate spiritual powers? And with regard to the cycles of the moon, what are they? Where, and rather when are they? So have you ever wondered why some people are repelled by you when you are on your heaviest days of your period, whilst others are attracted to you? For most women, within the first 48 to 60 hours at the start of their period flow, you are at your heaviest blood flow, and the scent that you are exuding is the most strongest and powerful. You are at your most magical, spiritual, and sacred time. If you have a partner that desires sex with you at any time during your period, from a subconscious entity and spiritual perspective, it is because some of these entities that he is carrying in his aura, etheric body, astral body, etc., are craving to harness your magic powers for himself or the entity's self. This sacred time within your menstrual cycle is meant for you, only you. This is the time that you need to focus on clearing, cleansing, and accessing your heightened spirituality. This is the time of your connection to the universe and to Mother Earth, the time of your rejuvenation and regeneration of your shamanic powers, your organic restoration time, ideally with the aid of the moon. Connect to the goddesses. Some women go through excruciating menstrual pains within the first 48 hours of bleeding. This can take the form of purging excessive saliva, vomit, tears, and nasal mucus, whilst at the same time experiencing extremely severe headaches, muscle cramps, and high fevers. In addition, there is a loss of appetite and an increase in flatulence. Your body and senses instinctively make you fast a few hours before the start of the menstrual bleeding and during the initial 48 hours. This is the commencement of your ritual to access your individual shamanic powers. You become the vessel, the temple, through which your power or through which your powers are initiated. I have encountered that women with the strongest pains and symptoms who go through a grueling cleansing and clearing within the first 48 hours are the ones who are strongly receptive to spiritual and cosmic attunements and downloads. Through my out-of-body experiences and connections to spirit, some of these women are selected as the chosen ones for ancient roles such as priestesses and oracles. It must be stated that the mental state and strength of the women are equally as vital in their selection for great responsible roles. These excruciating menstrual pains are indeed imbalances in women's bodies, imbalances that have accumulated and culminated from the days where you were not bleeding. For a growing number of women, these menstrual pains have been handed down through the generations, making it ancestral, historical, and DNA linked. The processes of how the menstrual bleeding rituals are to be delivered have, in the main, long been abandoned by women with the onslaught of modernization and belief systems, which are largely governed by men. There are very few books written on the subject with which to help women through this time and helping to connect to their spiritual powers. These powers are strong and in the wrong hands can cause much more harm than good. Hence why women were taught by an elder tribeswoman who was an oracle or priestess. a tribal crone. It was her task to teach girls and young women the processes of harnessing their shamanic powers in a sacred place within the tribal area. Everything was kept in-house and sacred amongst a network of women. In educating and assisting the young women how to harness their given powers was primarily for their well-being and development, which they would then pass on to their daughters and fellow female relations. The benefit of the female well-being was then attributed to the extended family and their tribespeople, their community. There are a handful of tribes in Africa, South America, India, the Middle East, and in Native American cultures that have some of the processes passed down. Some tribeswomen still perform as priestesses and rather or oracles, and are reluctant to divulge exactly how the processes or the procedures of reinitiating feminine powers through the menstrual cycle works. They are keeping it closely guarded to their tribeswomen only. If, as an outsider, you live with these tribes and are assimilated into their culture, you might be afforded the knowledge. With the knowledge comes great responsibilities. On the flip side of this is the realization that a growing number of men with a wife or wives in Orthodox religions, plus those reading scriptures as strict doctrines, are using their wives and daughters during their menstrual cycle to chant chosen passages of the scriptures to bring about favorable outcomes for the man. Some of these men are even going so far as to use the scriptures in occult practices through the menstrual cycle of their females. These men harness the powers from female family relations to bring about what the men want. The belief system of the female is paramount. She either believes in the doctrines and teachings of her religion and traditions, or she does not. For example, she stays in the system of her orthodox traditions, rituals, and teachings, obeying the male elders and her husband, or she leaves or tries to leave. And for a majority of women in these societies, it is better the devil you know rather than venture outside into the unknown. Again, for most, it is a question of life or death if they stray from their community and the house of their husband. As a woman, your menstruation signals your ability to access your sacred aspects. It is your time to access your feminine power, your spirit, your creativity. It is all about you, your energy and power, ready to be awakened and requesting to be put to work through the days of your menstruation. From the first 48 hours of starting your bleeding, this 48 hours time is known as Moontime. This is the time where you are physically weakened, but highly intuitive and sensitive. Listen to your body and what it is saying to you. You are the focal point at this time. Your mindset needs to readjust during this time. Instead of screaming internally for the cramps, the vomiting, and other contributing issues to go away, try to find a quiet space in your mind and turn the hurting into a healing. The cramps, nasal mucus, vomiting, etc., are being cleared from your body and you are being cleansed. This is in order for your powers to work to their fullest capacity. So a change in mindset will aid, as will the intention and a visualization of being cleared and cleansed of all that no longer serves its purpose in your physical body, your etheric body, and aura bodies. Most native tribes women go through this process through connecting to the earth, the soil. Having bare feet touch the earth, the ground, the grass, the soil. Others sit in warm water to help with the flow. In a modernized society where many where many people do not have a private outdoor space, the use of a bath is the next best thing. So, Sit in a soothing, warm to hot salt water bath. Stay resting in the bath water for as long as you need. The water will aid to support your body during this time. Let the water take the strain. Be sure to prepare your space before getting into the bath water. If you are going to be vomiting, make sure that you have a small bucket nearby. Have a small hand towel nearby. Have all that you need within arm's reach. Use a relaxing, calming scent and or a favorite herb in the bath water. There is a salt bath method of how to connect with the first 48 hours of your feminine power. And I have written an ebook with regard to various salt bath methods, which I can send to you if you contact me. So the first thing you need to do is prepare a salt bath for yourself. Again, I have an ebook on salt baths, so contact me if you require a copy. The second thing is to make sure that the bath water is high enough to fully cover your lower half of your body and up to your breast nipples when you are sitting up in the bath. This is without the water spilling over the bath. Number 3, the bath water must be able to keep your lower body completely warm and relaxed. The fourth point is have a little bit of natural ventilation, a breeze or air, something coming through the bathroom, because now you are working with the elements of water, air, and fire, the fire being candlelight. So have a tea light or a candle lit in your bathroom when you're having your bath. And this will help you through the first 48 hours. Ideally, if you can, if you're able to, when you're working with the moon, have the natural moonlight working or serving you, if it's at all possible. The fifth point is this: at sunset, if your bleeding commences when the sun has set, use the stillness and the darkness of the evening to help bring tranquility to you. Use tranquil, relaxing, soothing music if you are able to in the bathroom. Do not use headphones. The music must not be loud. The volume of the music must be low and clear for you to hear and enjoy. Let the music play freely in the bathroom. Let the tranquility of the music flow and fill the space. Sit or lay in the bath with the minimum amount of light in the bathroom. Ideally, light a candle. Place the candle clear of any other objects around it and over it, at the foot end of the bath. In a relaxed state, focus on the flame of the candle. If you have a street light outside of the building where you are taking the bath, use this light instead of the main bathroom light. If you have the moonlight shining through the bathroom window, use this light also. At sunlight, if your bleeding commences during the day and your building is in a busy traffic area with noise and chaos penetrating the walls of where you're taking the bath, play some relaxing, soothing, tranquil music to counter the external noise and allow your senses to synchronize with the music. If your bathroom has a window, use the sunlight, but do not let the sunlight blind your eyes. Do not cover the window with a towel. If your bathroom does not have a window, keep the bathroom door open so that the daylight can enter from the hallway. By having the door open, you are also allowing some air to circulate into the bathroom. Only do this if you live alone or if you are living with someone special to you. Make sure that all your external doors and windows are secured before you take the bath. Sit or lay in the bath. Ideally, light a candle. Place the candle clear of any other objects around it and over it at the foot end of the bath. In a relaxed state, focus on the flame of the candle. The next point, which is 6, is to soak in the bath and try to center your mind. The next point, be prepared for the flow to commence and any purging that you may experience that signals the start of the clearing and cleansing from your body. Some women experience extreme bloating, increased flatulence, saliva buildup in their mouth, a runny nose, or a need to urinate more before their bleeding commences. The 8th point, stay in the bath water for as long as possible. If you live with others, then you will have to judge when you will be able to vacate the bath. The longer you stay in the bath water, the better the process. As the water gets cool and you feel your body contracting in cold water, release some of the cool water, then add more hot water. The 9th point is this: if you have a shower but you do not have a bath, use the flow of the shower water to help you with your intention to connect with your feminine powers and visualizations. Use the flow of the water to assist you with the flowing away of what no longer serves its purpose in your body. Now there is a next section there is a next part that I want to tell you about, but it includes specific words. When you have found a peaceful space in your mind and have connected to your still center, focus on your breathing. Focus on things that bring light and clarity to you. There are certain words and phrases that you should be connecting to. When you state the words, feel the words. Be sincere with the words. Trust in the words. Then the question is, what visualizations are you encountering and what are you sensing? If you need my help, contact me for some keywords and phrases to get you started on your journey. I am not going to post them with the video because this is about feminine energy and I do not wish to put too much on the video for men to read and to harness. So again, with the words, you keep repeating the words as often as you can in your mind. If you can, softly spoken, if no one else is around. The order of the words that I can give to you if you ask me for help or that you choose for yourself can be changed. But the words must be linked to being feminine and femininity. So keep your intentions with you throughout this time in the bathwater. Your intention could be as simple as stating that you need to be cleared and cleansed during this time so that your vessel, your temple, can be filled with pure light and be able to receive all the energies that you will need when your period has completed. Your intention is yours and personal to only you. It is okay if you do not keep the intention whilst you are going through the purging. The purging is highly important. Always keep your nose free from mucus, as this is your breathing area. Blow your nose as frequently as possible to keep the mucus cleared from your nose. If you are vomiting, you will need to keep the nose cleared, as this is your primary area of breath. The more accustomed you become to doing this ritual for the first 48 hours of your bleeding, the easier it gets as you discover your own personal rhythm together with being more in tune intuitively. You become attentive to messages and signals that will aid you during your bleeding time. In addition to your moon time, as a woman, you should really consider joining a goddess group. It is a sisterhood group, a sacred group of women, by women, for women. This is, in essence, a group for women only. It is moderated and activated by a woman who organizes the group. These groups usually take place at the home of the organizer. The organizer of the group must be highly knowledgeable of what the group performs and how to prepare the space before the meeting can take place. Or the female member who is chosen as the activator of the group must prepare the space before the gathering takes place. The female activator is someone who has a number of spiritual experiences and tools at her disposal. She is already a seasoned clairvoyant, possibly healer and out-of-body traveler. Perhaps she also sees auras. Her knowledge is quite extensive from her spiritual training and life development in spirituality, but she is open to experiences of other female members from other diverse cultures. This is most important. Within the goddess group, you need to have female members of varying cultural backgrounds or ethnicities and spirituality. You are looking for a mixture of women where at least one is a clairvoyant or has strong clairsentience abilities. At least one member must have developed out-of-body experiences, OBEs. At least one member must be a healer. This is not about social class and one-upmanship. It is about learning from each other's experience via connections to realms, dimensions, and spirituality. Sometimes, the woman who looks totally different from you is the one woman that you need to connect to. The more diversified the sisterhood is, the more you will develop spiritually from it. A note of caution. Some members will not always be able to attend meetings due to work commitments and family commitments. Be sure to set the intention of the group, its purpose and its developments for all female members. Any female member that is consistently highly averse to certain group members needs to leave the group. No member should be sound recording the gatherings. By all means, take written notes. Keep the notes in a safe place and a secured place from prying eyes. Members who want to create a goddess group via the VOIP should be restricted and taken with great care. Anyone joining a VOIP, for example, Skype, a goddess meeting, or Tango, a goddess meeting, or any other, needs to have their space cleansed and cleared and secured before they can join the group. Mobile telephones and laptops must be turned off. No television interruptions, no radio interruptions. The space must be comfortable with little to no electronic devices interrupting the proceedings. If you are a man still listening to this video and you care deeply for your female partner, your wife, your girlfriend, your fiancé, help her where she directs you to help her. Give her the time and space to do what she has to do during her bleeding. Her well-being has the capacity to filter down and enhance the life of others during this time and after the bleeding has finished. This video is dedicated to all women who are going through their moontime. I will make a video dedicated to all women who are going through their menopause soon. So do contact me if you need my assistance or just to share your stories, because that will be really helpful to all other women who are listening to this video and who want to become involved in some way. So I'll say goodbye to you, but I hope to hear from you soon. Take good care of yourself. Bye.